Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Venus and Aries. Thank you for coming back and stopping by. Today we are going to be doing another, I guess you could say celebrity, another tarot, psychic tarot reading, but I guess you could say celebrity. It's going to be off the reality show, the TLC reality show, Thousand Pound Sisters. Now, this is another show that I watch and that I enjoy. Um, I'm going to be doing a little bit of talking before I do my reading, so I'm going to timestamp this in case you want to get straight to the reading, okay? So there will be a timestamp, so look out for that, please. Because I got to do my talking. I got to do my ranting before I do these cards, okay? Because you know I've been watching, okay? I've been watching this Slayton sisters. I know their first names. Forgive me if I can't pronounce the last. Amy and Tammy. I've been watching them since season 1 last year. It was like 6 episodes, or at least that's what they let me see. You know, I got Hulu. I don't got that TLC, and I don't got cable. I'll keep it in one. I got Hulu, I got Netflix, and YouTube. That's what I got. So when I catch it, I got Prime. I got Prime too. So when I catch it and it comes on, that's how I watch my stuff. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed my candle. My camera, I need a better camera, so I am going to invest in that soon. But if you notice, you probably just see the light, but if you notice, it's very, very, like, it's beaming, okay? So my guardian angel is really with me. My candle is, like, brightening up, just talking to me, like, ready, like, get started with this reading, because we got some stuff we got to say, and I'm going to get on that candle. Okay, so before we get started, you know I got to do my ranting. I am going to be using the tarot, the regular tarot. I'm going to be using my favorite love deck, the mirror love deck. Actually, you know, because I have a spiritual advisor myself. I've seen her use it so much. I grew on it. I loved it. I bought one. I use it myself. It's like that's all I use when it comes to the love one, the mirror love one. I'm going to work on another love deck though, okay? And then I have another one of my favorite personal decks, which is Believe in Your Own Magic. And this is going to be a personal message for each sister at the end of this reading, okay? So I've been watching it since season 1. Amy and Tammy on their weight journey. Now they're both from Dixon, Kentucky. I know it's got to be country as hell. You know, speaking from a girl that's from the West Coast and a city girl. I've lived in the country before. I stayed in, Baton Rouge for a while with my grandfather when he was sick. So I stayed in the South before. I've been in New Orleans for a while hanging out with family. So I've been living in the South before. I've even stayed on the East Coast for a little while, for like 3 years. So I do have experience on what it's like to stay somewhere else, even though I'm a city girl. But Kentucky, Dixon, Kentucky, whew, I've never seen that happening. So anyway, these sisters, it's about 5 of them. 1 brother, 4 sisters, 1 brother. They are the 2 younger sisters. They both act like some big ass kids. I'm gonna keep it 1. And to be honest, you know, they're in their 30s like me. So I don't know what it is about 80s generation babies, but when it comes to 80s generation kids and them and cousins and families, especially if the female cousins, like, we tend to act like big kids. I'm not gonna lie. I had to separate from both of my cousins that I grew up with. They were like sisters because we grew up like in the house all our lives together in the same house and everything. Our mothers are sisters, but we grew up like sisters even though we were cousins. I had to separate from them because the pettiness and the arguing, it got so deep, and we were in our 30s starting to do this shit. Like, I ain't spoke to cousins in like 4 years because of that. It got so petty. I started keeping my distance because it's like, we're not about to be in our 30s arguing like we still teenagers in high school over stupid petty shit too. That's when I started getting distant because I started seeing that I was growing up and I had some cousins that wasn't. They were still trying to argue about petty shit. And that's what I see when I look at these sisters, okay? Especially Tammy. Tammy, and I'm going off what the energy that I'm feeling. Tammy energy, first off, she has some negative spiritual attachments to her. I see that in her aura very clearly when I'm looking at the show. She has a negative spirit that's attached to her that wants to keep her alive in suffering, okay? And this negative energy that's attached to her, he just laughs and enjoys. And I'm not going to say it's a he, the energy is just masculine, okay? I'm going to put it like that. He just laughs and smiles and enjoys and makes her very negative because she has a negative energy. Also, I also felt off her energy that she was big in a past life, and this is a lesson that she needs to grow from. And I'm not sure all the way yet if she's going to learn it. She may have to come back in another life and learn it, okay? But this is a lesson from her that she's not really learning, okay? But she has a negative soul to me. Now, Amy just don't come off like too bright to me, but Amy is very sensitive. Um, I don't know if she's a water sign or not. We're going to get into that in the cards, but she is a sensitive soul. She's very sensitive. I feel through her energy that even after she has that baby, I see her still trying to look out and be there for Tammy, okay? She is straightforward, though, so she may have a air or a fire sign, moon or something, but I'm sensing that she's a water sign, and I'm sensing that Tammy is something air or fire, okay? So I've been watching the show. The sisters are from Kentucky. They talked about how they grew up poor. So did I. I did too, but I played outside. I was active. I'm not going to say I ate a lot like them because I didn't, but we were poor. We did get assistance, government assistance. We did get food from free food giveaways from the church like they did too, okay? Even though I'm a city girl. But it's about being active, playing, being a kid, being into sports. Some parents can't afford to put their kids in sports, but that's when you go outside on the neighborhood block and you play your ass off until them street lights come on, okay? And that's a sports and activity itself. So it looked like that wasn't being done. But then I heard the brother say that Tammy was born 10 pounds. When he said that, I said, shoot. Yeah, that's a struggle. That's a struggle. So yes, no, I'm not going to say you were meant to be small, but you wasn't meant to be that big, okay? But being born 10 pounds, yeah, you're going to be a thickum, okay? If you're born too long, you're going to be tall. So if you're born with a lot of weight on you like that, you're going to be thick. But the question is, how's the mama feeling after that? Good Lord, okay? So we see these sisters go on their weight loss journey to Atlanta to go to the weight doctor to lose weight to get the surgery, okay? I noticed one thing I noticed about Tammy, because she's older than Amy, she has this negative attitude, this bitter, negative, jealous, envy attitude. And I'm telling her, and that's what's making negative energies attached to her in the first place. Okay? She has a jealous energy, okay? A jealous, lazy energy. Honestly, I don't like Tammy's energy. I'm not gonna say I don't like her. I don't like her energy. When I watch the show, I get annoyed. Because she shouldn't act like that. Really, you are such a bitch, and you can't be no bitch like that. And then you can't even take care of yourself. That's ridiculous to me. And you just eating and eating and eating. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. And let me get on her relationship with Jerry, because that's what this reading is about. The relationship between her and Jerry. And look, y'all might laugh when I say this, and that's fine. I want you to laugh. I am an Aries, so I'm a little funny. And if you skip what I gotta say, that's fine. But I would really appreciate it if you listen, because I got some stuff to say. Let me start from the beginning, though. Okay, so they go see the doctor. Okay, and then the doctor gives them a go. Now I'm talking about season 1 here. Now Amy takes it serious because she really wants this baby, okay? So she starts to follow the goal. She's walking around. They got a big, I mean, the house ain't big, but they got a big yard in the front. So just walking around the house in the front yard through the backyard, that's a workout in itself. Okay? Um, so Amy does her thing. And then Amy starts to lose weight. Tammy, she's doing it slowly. Okay? So this is how you know that Tammy, I'm sorry, has a jealous energy. Because when they go get ready to go back to Atlanta to go to the doctor to see if they, reach their goal, Tammy asks Amy, so if I'm not on my goal like you, are you going to have the surgery? And Amy says, yes, I am. And she said, well, that's not being fair. Like that's not showing love in so many ways. You don't love me. You don't love me. You don't got my back like that because you don't want to wait until I lose weight. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Amy, when she said that, and that's just me. I'm mean like that. I could be mean like that. And it's not so much that I'm mean like that. It's just that I'm to the point in my life where I'm not dealing with no bullshit. Okay, if I feel some negative, if I feel some haterism, if I feel any of that coming off of any person, female, male, I'm going to automatically not feel you. I'm glad I'm an empath, though, because I could feel. You ain't got to tell me shit. I could feel if you ain't feeling me. And I'll step the fuck away in a minute, okay? And when Tammy told Amy that you not being a good sister in so many words, you not being fair to me, if it's just not fair, and you're not right if you get the surgery and not wait for me. How selfish is that? So because you didn't want to get up and take that extra mile, and your goal was a little bigger, but because you're bigger, so you got to lose more weight, okay? So because you were being lazy and you didn't do your part and walk, because I seen when she turned on the video game so they could exercise. She did it a little bit and she sat her ass down. You don't want to be around nobody, a person, sister or not, that's going to hold you back like that. We literally sat there and watched Tammy sit her fat ass down, excuse my language, and not even try. And then had the nerve to tell her sister that you don't love me in so many words. Because don't get me to quote word for word. I'm not good at quoting word for words. In so many words, if you do it without me, that's not caring. What the fuck? If that's not trying to hold somebody back, I don't know what the fuck is, okay? That's holding back. So when that was said, I would have separated myself from her right then and there. Tammy is the type of person that's going to have to learn the hard way that you can't shit on, talk to people, disrespect, be bitchy, be mean, and how you arrogant and lazy. I don't get that. How you you can't talk to people like that and you big like that. That's crazy, okay? So Amy goes ahead anyway, like I would have too, and has the surgery anyway. So Amy ends up losing 100 pounds. Okay, Tammy loses, I think, like 20 pounds. She gets down 20 pounds. Last time I seen season 1, she was able to walk around the store a little bit and pick up her own stuff. And she should have just kept going from there. But no, she stopped, okay? So season 2 comes in, right? Tammy's gotten worse. I don't see her walking around. I see her sitting down. Amy has lost only like an extra 20 pounds since she's lost that 100. So she hasn't really been doing her thing like she should either, okay? Because it's been like a whole nother season, which really they record 6 months later. So she should have been like at an 80-pound weight loss goal, maybe 60, because 80 is stretching it. Maybe it takes a year to lose 80, but at least 55-pound weight loss goal. But no, she's only lost 20, okay? But she gets pregnant, which the doctor specifically told her to wait 2 years, but she gets pregnant anyway and swear up and down she was on birth control. I knew she was lying when she said that. I felt the energy of her lying when she said that, okay? That's why the doctor was looking at her like that, okay? Now Amy is eating like crazy, using her pregnancy as an excuse, and not the only. It's not so much about you being pregnant, but you got that thing in your stomach now, so it's only so much you can eat before it stretches out. Okay, so Amy's not back on her level either. But the difference between Amy and Tammy is Amy is she's not mobile. Okay, she can walk around, she can drive around, she moves around. Okay, Tammy doesn't. Okay, that's the difference. So Tammy is still just being her negative self, like she do. And Tammy just busts out and tells her, I'm going to move. We're moving. So she gets an attitude and says, I knew it was coming anyway. I don't care. I could do it on my own. I've done it before. She knows she can't. And then the thing I don't like about Tammy is she's so quick to blame Amy for everything. So if you blaming Amy for this and this and that, how come Amy losing weight and you not? If it was because of Amy, Amy would still not be on her path like you. You wanted to hold her back anyway. I'm just not a fan of Tammy. And I'm trying not to judge too harshly because I do feel through her energy that she has a couple of negative spirits attached to her. So that's why she's so negative like this. They're going to try to do, and I'm not trying to be funny, but they may try to do everything in their power to keep her alive, just to keep her mad and miserable like this. Make her worse and to keep her going, okay? Because they just laughing at her. And I ain't even trying to be funny. Tammy needs an energy cleansing, of course. And she just needs to stop trying to be lazy overall. But the cards will tell us more because I'm going to pull on that. Yes, I'm going to spend about 20 minutes talking and then about another 20 doing the reading, maybe less. But I just got to get this out. This is what I'm feeling, okay? So then, after she tells her she's going to move out, Tammy says Jerry's coming. Now, this is the last 4 minutes that I'm going to rant about, and then I'm going to get into the reading. Okay, so Jerry comes. Now, she's been talking to Jerry for a year. Okay, they seen each other through the video. He came to meet up with her when she was in Atlanta. Okay, now, this is what I don't get. Because Tammy has gained an extra 50 pounds. So now, okay, at first when the show first started, she was 595, almost 6. Then she got down to 555, okay? Now, not only is she past 595, but she didn't gain 50 more pounds since the show. And people, those comics, those critics, they're not helping, okay? Because people like Tammy, they do fall into a depression when y'all talk about her looking like a mattress and all that kind of shit. I just don't think that's okay. My issue with Tammy is that she don't try. And that her energy and her attitude is so negative towards the family members that's helping her, that if they wasn't there, your energy is basically out towards the wrong people, towards the people that take care of you. That's like going to the and it's not even like that, but I'm just using it for an example. That's like going to a restaurant and talking mad, disrespectful shit to the person that's bringing your food to you. They could spit in it, they could throw it on the ground, anything. And it's the same thing with Tammy. Your family could just put you somewhere since you can't move, and like basically like a home, like you an old person if they want to. And you couldn't do shit about it because you can't move enough. But you steady talking shit and disrespecting and being mean to the people that's looking out for you. I wish I had family that give a fuck like that. And that's what I don't like about Tammy. But you don't see me talking about her, calling her a horse, calling her a mattress. I'm not for the names, okay? And I don't think that's okay. And that might be what's setting her back, okay? So anyway, Jerry comes into town. They seen each other before. Now, this is what else I don't get about Tammy. You talk about you trying to talk him into putting a ring on you. You're trying to be in a serious relationship with him. Oh, not to mention, I'm hearing he's married. You know he's married. You don't care. He does like big women because I've seen the picture of the wife. She's big. Not as big as Tammy, but she's up there. Okay. He comes through, and all of a sudden, the family wants to blame him just because he came through with a bag of candy. Not even a big bag, a little bag of candy. They want to blame him. What kind of shit is that? If he feed her, she will die. Okay, first off, she's seen this man one time since they've been talking. This is the second time she's seen him. She's seen him one time last year. He just pulled up. And this is the second time this man is here. And now he is the one that's enabling her and going to kill her. What about all the other years? Who was doing it? That's the type of shit I don't like about some white people. Okay, and I ain't trying to bring up race and shit up in here. But that's the type of shit I don't like about some white people, because it's like, how the heck y'all gonna blame the black man all of a sudden because he come through with one bag of candy? And then it is some parts I do agree with when Amy said that Jerry could at least try to help if he is calling himself trying to date her. I mean, you can't push her because you are a twig. I agree with Amy. You would have broke, but you could have helped Amy's husband help to do something. Push her from the front. I mean, you pushing her stomach anyway when you're hitting it. Do the same thing. Push her stomach. Something, okay? And I agree with that part. He could have been helping, pushing her or something. He's sitting there. She tried to get in the car. He's sitting there trying to hide. Like, what the heck? That shit was so funny to me. But that's the part I don't like. Blame the black man, okay? So, I haven't seen the new episode that's coming out when they get ready to go on their date. I may do a reading on that a little later. And, of course, that'll be a shorter reading or whatever. But that's the part I don't like. And this is the part that I don't agree with, because she's talking about she's trying to make him put a ring on her finger. Tammy, that should not be your focus. Your focus should try to be on losing weight first so you could walk around, have a man, date a man, go out with a man. You can't even walk, dude. How you going to get somebody to put a ring on your finger, okay? You just trying to get up on Amy's level because you're jealous, because she has somebody that loves her, somebody that loves her enough that they're helping her take care of your big ass, okay? And you're jealous and you want that, so you're trying to rush and put that pressure on Jerry, and that's not okay. That's not okay at all, okay? And then the family, you could tell they try to dump your ass off on Jerry too, because they already coming at Jerry like, well, are you for her losing weight? Are you going to be enabling her? Are you going to be bringing her snacks? And Jerry, you did fuck up. It was off camera, but I heard you did go and drive and bring her some food. That you can't be doing that, especially if it's not healthy, okay? So I do understand, but at the same time, y'all just chilling. Y'all still dating. What it is her family is tired of taking care of her ass, Jerry, and they try to push her on somebody. They don't care if it is a black man, okay? That's what it is, okay? So be aware, Jerry. Be careful, okay? We're going to get into the reading and figure it out, but I just wanted to do my commentary on that, okay? And then when they do the other new episode, when I see it at least, because like I said, I don't have Lifetime. I got Netflix and Hulu and Prime, so I catch it when it come on, okay? So when they show it, I will probably do a reading on that. But in the meantime, let me do a reading on the 1,000-Pound Sisters and a little bit of what's going on with Tammy and Jerry's relationship, okay? So, I already showed the cards I'm going to be reading on. I am going to timestamp this so I can get straight into, so you guys can go straight to the reading if y'all don't want to hear me rant, okay? So, it is at 23 minutes and 40 seconds, okay? So, I'm going to ask my first question. My first question is Tammy's childhood. Spirit, what was the energy around Tammy's childhood? What was her childhood like? 2 cards fell. The Sun, the 4 of Wands. Because, you know, some reality shows lie. I'm getting that she had a fun childhood. A happy childhood. Full of parties, celebrations, a lot of family gatherings. A change did have to come, though. A sudden drastic change did come out of nowhere, okay? And then it got to the point where, because I'm getting the 7 of Wands, it got to the point where she did have to defend herself. So, yes, she did start getting big. She did have to start defending herself, taking responsibility. Things were still being given to them, okay? So the issue that I'm seeing that Tammy had was she was spoiled, okay? 9 of Cups. She was spoiled, eating a lot, enjoying the pleasures of life, going to festivals, eating. Okay, so maybe the church was giving them free food, a lot of celebrations, a happy childhood, being at a stuck. Now, she did say, they said the mother wasn't showing them love when they were younger, like, at least not emotionally, okay? Some mothers are like that. I was like that for a while. I didn't know how, but it wasn't shown to me. And my kids have to show me, so I'm still learning, okay? But I do show my mother skills in different ways, and it's not, like, horrible, okay? So I kind of know that feeling, and it can't be that bad, okay? At least that's what I'm getting in the cards, okay, is that the stuff that they saying as far as like their mother not showing them love and stuff like that, it couldn't have been that bad as they're making it seem, because I'm seeing like a decent, blissful childhood here. I see them having a drastic change. So this is probably the grandmother passing away or something, and them having to take more responsibility, okay, and take charge of their self, okay, and just handle, like, take responsibility, okay. And I see them being Tammy. I see her being at a stuck with it. I see her getting stuck. The hangman in the future position, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So things started going slowly. Money started getting tight. Okay, and that happens when you get older. Okay, especially when you have to start being responsible, paying bills, and taking care of yourself. That happens. Knight of Cups. So things did start getting drastic from there. I see them having to move. I see her having to move. I just see her losing control, being disrespected, not being treated with respect, and things moving slow. Okay, so I do see that with Tammy. Okay, so Spirit, give me the energy of what was going on around Amy's childhood. What was the energy around Amy's childhood? So Tammy did not have a bad childhood, besides her having to grow up and take responsibility. Okay, and her being stuck and not wanting to do so. I got the World in reverse. Okay, Amy. Amy moving forward. Okay. Amy's childhood seemed a little more sad than Tammy's. Okay. Is Amy the youngest? If she's the youngest, I'm seeing that in this energy. I'm seeing her being ignored, her being treated. It seemed like they probably treated Amy worse than Tammy when they were kids. I'm seeing Tammy moving forward. I'm seeing Amy. I'm seeing Amy not, I'm just seeing her not getting the will handed to her like Tammy did, okay? But I'm seeing Amy take control of her emotions, taking control of not of the things that she went through as a child, wanting to do something about it. Okay, I do see that. What's the message for Tammy for her childhood? Believing in yourself. What's the message for Tammy for her childhood? What's her childhood message? Let them go. Okay. And Amy's is thrown. Your potential is endless. Okay, so Amy is more of a go-getter. Amy is more of a, she didn't give up. She tried. Even though Amy's childhood seemed a little worse than Tammy's, and I'm seeing that energy. Her getting out of her sadness, her being sad and going through it, but her picking herself up out of it. Okay? Her getting herself out of sneaky situations no matter what. Aunt Tammy issue is not letting things go. Okay? And Tammy do come off like she's more fiery. Okay? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's going to be a little long reading, you guys, because I have to do my rant. Okay? My ranting and raving. Let's get into the energy between Tammy and Amy. Let me ask the first question. What's Amy's energy towards Tammy? How does Amy feel about Tammy? That's my first question. Cards are flying. These came out, so I'm going to pull that up like I read they came. The Justice. The Hermit, I'm sorry. The Justice in reverse. The Five of Wands in reverse. What is that? 3, 6, 7, 8. The Eight of Coins in reverse. So, yes, she feels like Tammy doesn't want to, that Tammy is boring. She likes to stay in the house. She likes to, she's lazy. That thing, like, that she's giving up on her, like she's passing. She's tired of arguing and having conflicts with her. She feels like Tammy's lazy. She's kind of, when I get the Justice in reverse on this situation, if she has some type of legal, for an example, if she's Tammy's caregiver, or if she is in charge of Tammy's checks, or like her caregiver, she is leaving that position. She's distancing herself from that position. So she could have been Tammy's caregiver. She could have been had rights over Tammy. You know how, like, they say, how do you say that? Like, somebody has your SSI check and they get it for you. I had a girl that my brother of mine, his homeboy, used to date this girl, and she didn't even know me. I just came around. My brother just brought them over my house, and she just asked me out of nowhere if I could be her SSI caregiver taker. And I'm like, girl, I don't know you. Hell no. But then my spiritual advisor told me I was an empath, so people would come to me with that type of stuff. People come to me like that, and I didn't know that at the time. But now I understand it, okay? And that's what I'm seeing with this Justice in reverse. Whatever, like, if she was in that position, she has let it go, okay? Because Amy is juggling her own stuff, which she is having a baby. She got her marriage. She was looking for a house. She's juggling her own, and she's tired of arguing and having conflicts with Tammy, and she's coming out of that, okay? She feels bad. She feels guilty, but she has to think about her own cups and her own family because Tammy's not trying, okay? That's the energy I get. I get the Eight of Coins in reverse. So Amy thinks that Tammy is very lazy, okay? I also get the Moon in reverse. So maybe it's some type of secrets that's out. Tammy probably doesn't know it yet. Whatever it is, it's going to come out. Okay? That I'm going to say. That I will say. Whatever it is, it's going to come out. Also, Amy just feels like Tammy is hiding things. She's hiding secrets. She's not being honest about something. She's just tired of working with Tammy. Okay, so whatever they worship is like, I guess that's that YouTube channel that they do. It's not working for them no more. They're going, like, together, it's going to stop. Like, Amy just wants to manifest things and make things happen on her own. It's like she wants to go off and have her own start. And this is a Knight of Swords in reverse. Amy isn't really all that. Amy doesn't really have that much common sense. I'll put it like that. But that's okay, because to me, she's more determined. She's more stronger than Tammy. Okay. So the next question is, how does Tammy feel about Amy? And then I'm going to stop it after this question, and then I'm going to do a second video on just Tammy and Jerry's relationship. I'm not going to stop after this question, but I'm going to do a separate video about Tammy and Jerry's relationship, okay? This is just about the sisters and their family. So how does Tammy feel about Amy? Same thing. She's tired of working with her, too. She's tired of arguing with her, too. She doesn't want Amy to be her caregiver no more. She wants to move forward, okay? She wants to move forward. I really feel like my energy is telling me that Tammy is a fire sign. She wants to move forward and start over and just work with somebody else. Tammy is, she feels like Tammy is not being honest. That Tammy is Amy. Tammy feels like that Amy isn't being honest. That Amy is holding things. That Amy is doing things behind her back. She doesn't want Amy to be her caregiver no more. She's tired of arguing with her. She doesn't want to work with her no more as well. Okay. Tammy, she loves her sister. She loves her. She loves her. You know, she just wants to do her own thing now, make things happen for herself. How does Tammy feel about Amy? She feels like Amy is a little slow and that she doesn't have common sense, and I don't know what's going on behind the cameras either, okay? And that I'm not gonna lie, a change is gonna happen between them, okay? The family is slowly but surely breaking apart. There's going to be a move between them. It's not going to happen fast, though. It's going to be a slow move. But the change is coming, okay? It's going to be a slow change. A move is coming in between them. I see Amy moving away from Tammy with her baby and her husband. You see the little boy. I'm sorry, my camera's blurry. You see the boy right there, the husband, taking Amy. So Tammy is disturbed and she's bothered by Tammy's moving and this change. Tammy can't handle this. She feel like once Amy moved, the whole family is going to break apart. She's hoping that they don't move right away. And Tammy, it just seems like she is mad because she can't be in control of the situation. She is a little sad about it. And she does feel like Amy is juggling a lot right now. And that Amy is overwhelmed dealing with her. Um, well, she feels like Amy doesn't want to be overwhelmed dealing with her no more, and that she's done all her ducats and did all the things that she can, and it's not working, and the family is just falling apart. Tammy feels like Tammy is not right, okay? Tammy doesn't wish the best for her sister. She wishes that things don't work right for her. She wishes her family fall apart. She wishes the wheel of luck go bad for her. She wishes destruction on top of destruction for her. If I was you, Amy, I would distance myself from my sister, okay? Will Amy move forward anyway, despite how Tammy feels? Will Amy move forward anyway? Yes, the Six of Wands, Amy will move forward anyway. Amy will be hurt. She'll feel defeated, but she's about to get up and walk anyway, and she's walking away from her past. Amy needs to work on using her intuition more. Her husband really loves her. Amy's husband really loves her, and he will defend her battles. But Amy just needs to work on using her intuition more, and I would advise Amy to go back to school. I'm just keeping it one. But stay away from Tammy, because Tammy doesn't wish you luck. She wishes you destruction. Tammy needs a cleansing. Okay? Tammy needs a cleansing. How does the family feel about Tammy not being mobile? How does the family feel about Tammy not being mobile? They feel like Tammy is stuck in the past. Whatever hurt, bullying, like whatever Tammy went through, they feel like she's stuck in the past, and that she doesn't want to see herself like go further, go ahead, and that the world is laughing at this. Okay, the world is laughing at it, and that they're tired, and that Tammy is just like eating and eating and eating and just eating and nonstop. And I say this because this is talking about fulfillment, eating, drinking, being merry. The dude got a stomach that's lumping over too. So he's just enjoying the food, the fruits of life. They're tired. They still love Tammy and stuff, but they just feel like Tammy is stuck in the past. and that she's lost her weaknesses and her strengths. Okay, but I do get the Six of Wands, so yeah, the mother is annoyed. They're just tired. They're giving up. They feel overwhelmed. They love her though. That's crazy. They feel overwhelmed, but they love her. The family is falling apart. The love is there, but if things, they feel like Tammy is just creating a disaster for herself. This is how the family feels about Tammy not being mobile, and that all Tammy thinks about is think about being this about her relationship with the guy. But Tammy wants to be this beauty queen, but she doesn't try, and that she's too young. Okay, she's too young. Okay, that's how the family feels about Tammy. They're giving up too. They're going to give up if things don't change. I just don't see things going well for Tammy if things don't change. Will things change? Will Tammy, um, what will happen to, oh, my cards is all mixed up now. I hate when I do that. What will happen with Tammy in her future? What will happen to Tammy in the future? What will happen to Tammy in the future? Her not making good choices, her being gullible, her not moving forward, things not moving fast for her, opportunities not happening for her, things being at a standstill, her making naive and not smart decisions, her, this is the 3, 6, 8, I keep getting the 8 of cups, I mean 8 of pentacles in reverse, so Tammy's very lazy. She's not going to be a mother. She's the Empress in reverse. Opportunities, the Wheel of Luck. Tammy just, look, disaster on top of disaster. I don't see, like, death in these cards. I said what I said earlier. I'm not changing that. Tammy has she has negative spirits attached to her. It's very masculine energy, and they are trying to keep her alive so they can laugh at her and make her more miserable and destructive to people. They're laughing at you, Tammy, while you're sitting here not trying. Okay, so it's not Tammy's fault because she's not aware, but she does need an energy cleanse. She has the Empress in reverse, so there's no nutrient there. There's no womanhood there. She doesn't feel like a woman. She doesn't feel nurtured. She feels like, I don't know how else I could say it. What will happen to Tammy in the future? She's just gonna keep doing what she's doing, okay? Her family is giving up on her slowly but surely. She's still worried about Jerry. Jerry pops up in this reading. She's still worried about Jerry, okay? This is something that she went through in a past life, and she must have had kids in a past life because they are around her, and they're not, I'm not gonna say they're not happy with her, but they want her to try. Homework, okay, so that's Tammy's future. She's still gonna be at home. It's saying take yourself out on a date, but she's not gonna do that. She's still gonna be a homebody. She's still gonna be standing behind the door, not going outside, not moving. Tammy life still looks still. It still looks like it's still. It looks the same. No movement, no progressing. All her cards are in reverse. It's not a single card that's upright. And I feel bad, Tammy. I feel bad, okay? One more question and then I'm done with that part of the reading. Unless I do another one in the future, but this story really got me on there. What's the energy around Amy? What's going to end up happening to Amy in the future? What's going to end up happening to Amy in the future? I'm going to do a separate reading on Tammy and Jerry. What's going to end up happening to Amy in the future? Okay, Amy, yours ain't really looking that bright either. Same thing, Amy. You're moving a little forward though. You're gonna keep going. That's the only thing I will say about um, Amy. Amy is the one that's dealing with haters. I'm not gonna lie. She's dealing with haters that's trying to take her star power away. But I do see Amy moving forward and working hard to try to keep her ducats. Amy has to worry about people trying to take her crown and trying to take her shine. Okay? So I do see Amy going forward and trying. Okay? So I do see Amy getting stricter with herself. I see her husband getting strict too. I see Amy doing things logically and not emotionally no more. That's a good thing. But at the same time, Amy is not moving when it comes to a decision about maybe an opportunity, a business, a job. She's at a stuck stalemate as well. She's tired of conflict and arguing, so she's not going to be arguing and having conflicts with nobody no more. She's done with that. Okay, she's tired of the world looking at her crazy. The world is going to look at her. They are going to judge her because Tammy is still going to be overeating as well. Her weight is going to be up and down as well. Okay, but I do see Tammy still being mobile and able to move and able to do what she got to do. Okay, and I do see Tammy working hard and giving out and receiving. Okay, so I do see Tammy trying, and the Tammy last card is the 8 of coins. So Tammy is going to work for her ducats. She's not giving up. I do see her having an inner fight with herself to be to get small. I do see her having a struggle and a fight with it, but she's going to keep working hard and not giving up. And that's what I do like about Tammy. So this reading has been long enough. I'm going to end it here. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for watching my video. I'm going to do a separate video on Tammy and Jerry. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.